Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if it's your first time here. Please hit the subscribe button and subscribe if you haven't yet already. Please hit the bell button to get an alert every time I upload new content, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That would make me very happy. Today's video is this look here, very warm, very shimmery, with the Colourpop Fem Rosa Karrueche palette. It is like the Yes Please palette, it keeps coming up again. But it is kind of difficult to find and it's annoying, but it is a pretty palette. It doesn't really have that many mattes in it, which is kind of an issue, but all in all, I do like it. I wouldn't freak out if you can't get it. It is kind of a hassle to get it. So if you're not getting it, I think you probably have other things that mimic what you have here, but it is pretty. So if you'd like to see how I got this look, and if you'd like to see some swatches, and if you'd like to hear final opinions on it, please keep watching. So this is the palette, and the first color is Ladylike, Babe, Dainty, and Chic, Mademoiselle, Gal, Empress, Philly, Dear, Missy, Damsel, and Duchess. Right, so I've gone in with my Tarte 360 degree creaseless eye primer, and this is translucent, so it's not going to be putting down any skin tone or any white base so that the color pops more. So what I'll be seeing here is truer, but I do want it to stick around. I always use some kind of a primer. So I'm gonna go in with Babe, which is a satin, kind of a peachy, light peachy color. The lightest colors in here are metallics, and I don't wanna do that over my whole lid. So I am gonna try to hit this on my whole lid. Wish me luck. That is pretty shimmery. It's definitely not metallic, but I don't know that it's satin. It is pretty shimmery. And I'll do my other eye for symmetry purposes. All right, not sure if it's coming off as shimmery on camera as it is right here. Okay, then I do want to start building up my crease, and there are 4 mattes in here, so I'm going to go in with the lightest, which is Duchess. It's kind of an orange color. I'm going in with a Sephora 10 Crow Crease brush and picking up some pigment and tapping it off on my crease. That's pretty. And then I think I'll go in with the same brush with the next color. The next color is Dear. It's, I guess, more of a true orange. The first one's maybe a little bit more terracotta. This is more of an orange. And that's pretty. And the first one's pretty, it's just not as satin as maybe I would think that it would be. These are pretty. Okay. Then I'll go in with a smaller brush. I'll go in with, it's a Real Techniques Essential Crease brush. And I'm going to go in with Missy. It's kind of a red matte. And I'm going to pick up some pigment and tap it off. There have been colors, red colors, that they have produced in the past. Reds and pinks too. That's pretty. That have not been safe for use on the eyes. I think it's because of staining. I'm not totally sure, but there's nothing in here that says that it's not safe for use on the eyes. There are other colors, like, I feel like in, that's pretty. It's really red, but dark. In some of the Urban Decay palettes that I have, maybe the Electric palette, there are colors that are not safe for use on the eyes, which is kind of like, if it's a pigment, I suppose you can use it anywhere, but if it's an eyeshadow, then where else are you supposed to use it? I'm gonna need to do some blending here too, I think. The last matte color is Damsel, and it's kind of a dark purple. And I'll go in with the same brush. I'm not gonna use a color switch. I was kind of hemming and hawing if I was going to do that, but I won't. Going in with the color and tapping it off. And This is cooler than the color before it, cooler than Missy. A little bit more, and I'll probably come back in and do this a little bit more later. Wow, this is colorful. I'm going to go back in with the Sephora Pro Crease Brush and just blend more. And I'm trying to focus on the upper part of my eye, leaving as much color as I can in my crease and just trying to blow out the top. And that's even buffing out some of the shimmer on top. Yeah, I don't know if that first color, if you could legit call it a satin. It's a little bit more shimmery than that. Okay, this will look a little bit less strange, I think, when I have color on my lid. Okay, so for the metallics, I'll first go in with Ladylike. It's fairly pale and doesn't look as metallic as some of the other ones. And I'm going in with a flat, one of the new Colourpop brushes. I'm going with the flat one. I'm just gonna try to hit this right, that's pretty, right above my eyeball, kind of in the center of my lid. In both eyes. It's pretty, really pretty. Curious about how this would look with Prep and Prime. Okay, I'll go in next with Chick, which is also metallic. Same brush, it's very similar. And I go a little bit further over. Does look a little bit warmer. A little bit oranger, maybe. Not sure if that's picking up on camera. Very similar though, but both very pretty. Then I'll go in with Dainty, which is like a pinky kind of a color. Also described as a metallic, but there are others in here that look a lot more metallic than this does. I'm going in with the same brush. I'm not using my color switch yet because these are so similar. And this I'll bring a little bit further out. Not quite on my outer V. Can't really tell much of a difference there. Okay, yeah, that's more, yeah, I can definitely tell. That's more, orange is not the color that I want to, kind of like an orange sherbety kind of orange. It's really pretty. Okay, I'm gonna go in next with, I don't know that I'll be able to use all the colors. I'll make an attempt to, but I'm not sure where I'd put them all. I'll go in next with Gal, and it's also metallic. And I'm gonna go in with the tiny Real Techniques detailer brush, and I'm going to try to hit this just on my inner corner. That's pretty. Tapping it off. Not getting much fallout, which is nice. Although there weren't that many mattes in here. I generally, wow, that is colorful. Generally tend to get more fallout with mattes than I do with metallics. That is a really interesting color. What is that? It's like a rusty, burnt orange. It's pretty. I think I probably would have done something more neutral on the inside of my eye. In fact, I will use my color switch. And I'll go in with Chick also on my inner corner. So I still have that really pretty color, the Gal, but then closer to my actual tear duct, I'm adding more of the Chick, just so it isn't closing my eyes off. That's the principle of putting bright colors on the inside corners of your eyes, is it opens things up more. So if you're putting a dark color kind of on the inside, it tends to kind of make things smaller. So wow, this is just a color explosion. I'm going to go in next with Philly, same brush, and this I'm going to try to put on my lower lash line. That's pretty. Although sometimes reds around your eyes, reds around my eyes, make me look a little, make my eye, the whites of my eyes not look as white, make them look a little red. But I think I'm actually okay here. And I think I actually may be using all the colors. So that was Philly. I'm going to use my color switch again. What do we want to do? I'm going to go in with Empress, which is kind of a purpley color. And I'm going to put this kind of on the outside of my eye, kind of my outer V. And I think what I'm trying to do here is somehow close it. It felt like there was just a big burst of warm happening out there. I'm not sure that I'll be going in with a winged liner today. That might be a bit much with all the color that I have going on here. And this just feels like it's closing it a little bit. I'm gonna take some of the Gal color and I'm gonna use my color switch. I'm gonna hit that on the inner corner of my eye too, just a little bit on the bottom. So I'm actually bringing the color all around. And then I use the same fine detailer brush and I'm gonna use my color switch. And then I'm gonna go in with Damsel, which is the matte that I used, the last matte that I used. It's much deeper, it's like the purple. And I'm gonna line my upper eye with this, just to give myself a little more dimension and weight down by my lash line, my upper lash line. All right, and I wasn't keeping track, but I think I've used every color in the palette. I will do mascara, do lips, and come back with some final thoughts about the palette. All right, this is the final look. I used Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and then for lips I used one of the Colourpop blotted lips. This is from the Alexis Ren collection, and it is in Deja Vu. And I like this palette. I don't love it. It is pretty. There are a lot of really pretty kind of warm, ready palettes out there right now, and it's pretty and it's definitely reasonable. For $16, this is great. Not a lot of fallout, really good color payoff. It's just not a palette that I can use by itself. I need more mattes, and I definitely need more range, specifically in the mattes, I think. So if I were to do this palette, and also the satin isn't really a satin, it's more a shimmer. But if I were to do this palette, I would just omit some of the metallics are similar, the lighter ones especially, and I might omit one or two of those and throw in some more mattes. But it's not my palette, but I do like it. And I like you. And I appreciate you, and I really appreciate you took some time to stop by today. There's a lot to do in the world and a lot to do in YouTube, on YouTube, and I appreciate that you took some time to spend with me today. I hope that you take care, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.